A look at Centennial Park in downtown Atlanta, Georgia, home of the 1996 Olympics, and tonight we invade Mercedes-Benz Stadium for the second straight year. It's been back and forth at the top for Monster Energy, Gravedigger, and Dragon Ice, but for Todd LeDuc, Charlie Pauken, and John Zimmer, only one can walk away champion and punch his ticket to Orlando. Will it continue to be a three-team dance, or will someone step up and challenge for the trophy? We're in the ATL. This is Stadium Championship Series 3. This is Monster Jam. So coming into today's event, Todd LeDuc clinging to that 3-point lead over John Zimmer and Dragon Ice. Charlie Pauken is right there with 6 points behind Todd LeDuc. Lindsey Wink, Becky McDonough, Cole Bernard, Brianna Mahan still in it. You can't count anybody out in this championship series.
I think that score was way too low for that run. But Charlie Pauken and Gravedigger, he's somebody that has seen a lot of high scores in his career because there's very few people out there in the business and the history of the sport that does it better than this guy. And if you're going to study somebody, if you're willing to drive Monster Jam trucks in the future and you need to go out there and study the veterans, this is the guy that you need to go and find his videos on Monster Jam's YouTube channel and watch him, study how he controls the truck midair, on the ground, and pay attention to what he's getting out of these trucks.
And there's very few drivers that have been doing it as long as Charlie Pauken, and he is going for the Monster Energy backflip ramp. He gets it up, and a full rotation for Gravedigger sticks the landing, and Charlie Pauken going to be our new leader with 9.138.
Well, that was a really early backflip in the run, and unfortunately it didn't keep the truck together. The back end of the truck took the brunt of that fall, but I think that's a pretty gracious score for such an early backflip and ultimately damage.
It's time for the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge recap, and we're going to start with Corey Rummel, who gets up on the nose and slides it across and tries to get it back, and is going to end up on the hood of Megalodon Fire.
Well, I think he borrowed a little bit too much trouble there because he actually saved it after it over-rotated, but unfortunately ended up on his roof. Cole Bernard trying to get that front end of the truck up and back on the wheelie bar, but goes for a nice nose wheelie for his second hit and is able to kind of balance that back in for just a second or so. But Lindsey Wink with a really nice wheelie, gets it on the tailgate, rides it across the pad.
Lindsey Wink with a nice bicycle there, getting some nice extension and back up over the freestyle ramp. No extra points for that. Mike Vaughters in Overkill Evolution, a moonwalk over the freestyle ramp and back on the two rear tires, and he's going to do it again on the other side.
Well, that was an awesome combination, and I think that's where this competition is going to, where it's not just going to be one move or one maneuver. You're going to see multiple back-to-back. But Todd LeDuc, this is a move that he has begun to perfect. Nose wheelies after nose wheelies, and he understands how to balance that Monster Jam truck.
And Todd LeDuc, great run, 9.752. That was our winner for the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge.
Well, Todd, you had so much patience there in the cab of the truck as you pick up your second 2-Wheel Skills victory of the season.
No, it was incredible. You know, after winning, I saw Digger go out early and kind of make some mistakes, and so did Dragon Ice. Those are my two biggest competitors. So I'm thinking points, and I'm like, you know what, Todd? Have fun. Drive like your normal self. Don't think about it. Just drive off instinct. But we got that awesome moonwalk up there on the balance point. Almost went a little bit over the top. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to give the other side of the stadium a little bit of a show. We got up again. The truck started twisting on me. It was unbelievable. But, hey, this is what we need to do. To win this championship is to win. And this is Todd LeDuc. I'm back.
Well, Lindsey Wink is 100% correct in that interview. And I love the directness that he gave, because we love the fact that Monster Jam fans are part of the show. But they also have an obligation to understand how to score, because we as drivers want to put on the best show, and it doesn't come down to just one move or one single wow moment. And so when you look at the freestyle criteria, it's filling your time. We have 120 seconds that you want to fill. It's using the whole track. Who's getting around and hitting the most obstacles? It's the control, the technical moves and the combinations, but it's also that creativity and wow factor, and fans need to take all of that into consideration when they get on judgeszone.com.
Absolutely. This is the only sport where the fans get that opportunity, get that privilege, and get the pleasure of determining who the winner is, or helping to determine. And there are 14 superstars on this series, and Bryce, only one is guaranteed to go to World Finals. There might be some other competitors invited, but only one gets to go, and the fans have a lot to say when it comes to that one winner.
Well, and if we're judging judging based on the judgeszone.com criteria and freestyle criteria, so far Lindsey's doing a really nice job of getting around the track, and he's hitting a lot of different obstacles. We still want to see the control on the technical side and that creativity and wow factor. That's what Lindsey needs to pull out.
Yeah, he's on a mission right now, and he is lining up for the Monster Energy backflip, and he gets some nice air and lands it, and he is facing the track, and he is going to go back again. This is that moment. Is he going to make that jump? And the inside the cab view of the air for Lucas Oil Crusader.
You see how hard these drivers have to work to be able to get these trucks to do what we want them to do. And you saw those awesome in-cab shots. I think that's my favorite shot to see of these drivers, because you can tell what the truck is doing to that driver in that moment. And so I need this massive air right there from Lindsey. We got to get that wow on those. Time to get the truck upset. You pulled a perfect backflip. So what's next? What's going to get those fans out of their seats again?
Yeah, Lindsey Wink likes to drive upset. He likes when the truck is angry. We've heard that from him before, and he continues to dominate this freestyle track, and it looks like he is coming to a stop. So a solid run for Lindsey Wink and Lucas Oil Crusader.
Something must have let go in that truck a little bit. The techs felt like they needed to shut him off and end his run, but that's a really good run overall for Lindsey. He should be happy. A 9.364. I absolutely agree with that score.
Yeah, the fans did a great job with that one. Your new leader with some really nice jumps, some sky wheelies, high air, and that backflip was a perfect landing. Here's your BKT Freestyle Top 5. Todd the Duke, we've had 2 competitions. He's won them both, and he's trying for the 3rd in what has been an eventful night for Monster Energy.
Well, now the fans have kind of had this appetite for not only backflips, but some really big air. And with Lucas Oil Crusader sitting at a 9.364, that's a really difficult score to beat, given how good these runs have been so far. And so if I'm Todd, I'm thinking, okay, I've got to roll the dice. I've got to try to get something out of this track and this Monster Energy truck that maybe the fans haven't seen, and I'm on the edge of my seat waiting to see what Todd can pull off.
Yeah, you know you're going to get the big air with Todd the Duke. You know you're going to get the accelerated jumps, and you know you're probably going to squeeze a backflip in. But what can he bring to the table that we haven't already seen from the 2-time World Finals champion? The score to beat from Lindsey Wink is going to be a daunting task, but Todd the Duke going to try to make it happen. Coming back around the track, he goes, going to side swipe through the containers, and over the bus he goes. Todd the Duke in Monster Energy. There is that signature air from Todd.
One of the things, too, I think you should study about Todd LeDuc is his ability to set himself up for the next jump. Massive air there off the transition. But watch him as the truck is getting to land. He's already getting the truck situated towards whatever obstacle he already knows he wants to go hit. Awesome, awesome jump there. He comes down pretty hard on that front end. That front end's taking a beating, but it looks healthy to me so far.
That was an end-over-end jump. The rear of the Monster Energy truck looked like it got higher than the front hood. Then he lands it, another great jump, and he's got another ramp in front of him, so why not send it and keep it going? Todd LeDuc now trying to line himself up for more of this incredible track at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Another good solid jump for Monster Energy.
Well, he's driving on the edge of being out of control, and that's exactly where he likes to be. And he's probably one of the most controlled individuals I see being on that edge of out of control. But lines up for the 8-pack. What a flip off of that huge rotation and sets it on one tire. He holds it there for a period of time and kind of lets it marinate a little bit and goes and hits a massive jump right next. That was an awesome moment.
The incredible balance to land on one tire and bounce it up and down. It was almost like he was doing a ballerina trick in a Monster Jam truck, and he is going to end his run on top of the freestyle pad in style. He knows what an incredible run that was, and this Monster Jam crowd is letting him hear it.
Well, even just the patience that he had when he was sitting on one tire, instead of quickly throwing it in reverse and kind of panic throttling to save it, he lets it sit there. And a 9.718, that's a really great score. That's going to be a very tough score to beat.
There is the excitement from Todd LeDuc, giving his truck a little love. Your freestyle winner, Todd LeDuc in Monster Energy, 14 points going his way.
Well, I know that Becky is looking forward to hitting that again, and I know all of these competitors, when they're looking at the fact that Todd LeDuc just swept this weekend, now that this is the ultimate competitive cauldron, it is so competitive. You got thick tension that's going between these drivers. That is something that as they go forward, now there's a massive target on Todd LeDuc's back, and all of the other drivers want to take him out.
Todd LeDuc showed up yesterday with that giant #1, and today he backed it up. 42 points gives him the overall event championship for Monster Energy. Lindsey Wink in second. There's John Zimmer in third, 14 behind Todd LeDuc. It could have been a lot worse with that sweep from LeDuc, but 14 points off, not bad for John Zimmer and Dragon Eyes. A great night for Team Monster Energy. Let's hear from our overall event champion, Todd LeDuc, and his team.
Well, Todd, I really think that it was that Miami freestyle where you just let her rip and went back to your old form that really brought it back to you, and a clean sweep tonight, the overall event championship.
You're right. We just unleashed the beast, in that Monster Energy truck. Daniel's had the truck on point every week, and it was just up to me, and all of a sudden it just seemed like Miami, it just clicked. When we talked earlier, I was like, I could just feel the old Todd LeDuc coming out, and dominance there, and then to come here and to sweep, it's like a dream. We won racing, then to back it up with two-wheel skill, and then to win freestyle. These Atlanta fans definitely got a show.
Todd LeDuc and crew chief Daniel Fiegel showing off the event championship trophy. They unleashed the beast today in Atlanta. That is Monster Energy. Coming into today, Todd LeDuc had a 1-point lead that now extends to 17 over John Zimmer and Dragon Ice.
Well, to Todd's credit, though, he started all the trash talk this weekend, but he backed it up. But now, moving forward, the pressure's on.
Mathematically, there are still a number of drivers still in it for that automatic bid to World Finals, but right now, Todd LeDuc sitting on a nice cushion going into next week.
Hey Motorsports fans, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe before you go for all the latest news and highlights across motorsports.